Yes people, Shifty e-bikes back at it again, and today we're taking this Ultra Bee out for its first ride. I've given it a little bomb up and down the street, as you've probably already seen in the last video, but this video is where it gets tested. Big time, off-road, hill climbs, jumps, everything. This is going to get put through its paces big time, see if it's worth the money. Big change, it's a really big difference from my little Triple X, but let's see how much of a difference it actually make. Let's get it.
Ready to rock. I tell you what, much harder to get in and out of the van. Still doable obviously, but yeah, it is definitely a lot more difficult. So we've got key on. I've messed about with some settings as well, so I ain't got no regen or I ain't got no coast regen or anything. If you're wanting to do that, you've got to have your stand down, and then when you turn it on, you hold both these buttons in, and then you'll be able to go through all your settings. It's the ASR button to cycle through the different ones, and the ready button will go through the amount of modes that's on it. So I'll show you the modes I've got. I've more or less got everything off, to be honest. I just want to be able to ride the bike and give it loads. So then kickstand up, goes back to that. We're in eco. Ready? Alright, ready, lights on. Oh, she rolls now. She actually coasts. Can't get off her all nicely. Yeah, Eco's definitely a big improvement from the Triple X. Nah, no one wants Eco mode. Okay. I've got it in miles per hour and everything now. I had to just cycle through it all. It does take a little bit of messing about to get it all set up properly, because it comes in kilometres an hour. It comes with regen on, brake regen, coast regen, everything like that. But like, oh, that's feels miles better. At least that it rolls. I can't stand it when you can feel it pulling back. Just in daily mode. It's a little bit on the cold side considering how much sun. Ah, you absolute pillock. Oh, fly went in my eye real bad then. He must have been going 50 miles an hour straight for me. Ah, so he just spun the back wheel. Got some proper power. Oh, I need to get rid of my phone. Need to get rid of the phone. Hey, if you didn't know, take your little key out, put your key in the side, pops your seat off. Now, I'm not going to show you what's in this bag, but you can put your stuff in there. Straight away, whoosh. Yeah, it might bounce around a little bit, but I'm not even that arsed. Just take a bit of getting him back on. Right, I'm back on the road. Keyman. Ready, and we're back. Now in my pockets now. I mean, I've probably been riding about 10-15 minutes. I am already down to 92, which isn't fantastic to be honest. I'm not really too impressed with that one. I've probably been about 2.5-3 miles. I mean, it's still averaging more than a talaria, 100%. But yeah, main point I want to make for this first ride is the comfort on this compared to a light Bee or the Triple X or even the Sting. The comfort on this is next level. If I'm honest, the size once you're riding it don't feel big at all. It feels real comfortable, don't get me wrong, but it feels light and playful still. when you're getting it in and out the van, I was thinking, Jesus, this is some lump to lug about. But even like yesterday when I went on it for a little bit, you don't feel the weight as much as I thought I was going to. It's just a bit more of a nightmare getting it in and out the van, and wherever you're storing it, it's sometimes a little bit more difficult to store it. It's obviously a little bit longer wheelbase and everything as well, so got to take that into account. I want to give a big shout out to these guys who got me the bike. Patriot Bikes did me a right solid on one of the last bikes that they had left. Big shout out, Patriot Bikes. I tell you what, for Wakefield, I don't think you found in a bigger garage than that. Loads of bikes. I did include a lot of the footage in my last video on my first impressions on this bike. To be honest, as soon as I pulled up outside, I thought, oh, I can't find it, but you just got to keep looking a little bit higher, the sign's on the top. But yeah, as part of my first ride, I've got to be including some wheelies, so we're going to skip to the good bit where I'm on that back wheel, boy, back wheel settings. That's in daily as well. Don't even need sport mode to pick wheel up. Can't stop me. Ultra Bee settings. Huh. Get up, boy. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this. Such a big upgrade from what I've come from, but even a few weeks ago when I was riding a light bee out in Tenerife, comparing it to this is what you want, do you know what I mean? Yeah, the light bee and the triple X and the Sting and that, yeah, because they're small, you might get away with a little bit more, but to be honest, the police are on it now. They know what they're looking for. They know what these bikes look like now. Oh, I just rode through absolute. But yeah, as a reference, if you're thinking about buying one of these as a trail bike, this is amazing. I've obviously rode my triple X around this same loop multiple times, hundreds even. But coming onto this bigger bike, everything just feels natural. For the power that this comes with, I do think it's quite reasonable for a trail bike anyway. Off-road, I think it's definitely a handful in sport. Spins the wheel up still, no problem. Even in the dry conditions like this on rock. But yeah, like I say, as a trail bike, this is your absolute dream. I'm going to be giving it a big full enduro test next week at one of the Edge Enduro play days that I normally go to. I've done quite a few videos doing these sort of things before on my little triple X. And obviously on the triple X, yeah, I do get a few funny looks, and yeah, it is small really considering what I'm putting it through when I'm going on them. You're doing big hill climbs, you've got nasty riverbed section, dry riverbeds with loads of horrible rocks. I'm assuming this, doing the same sort of things, is just gonna feel night and day different. Even just riding like this, it's so much more comfortable. Suspension's so cushy, like, considering this is completely stock, this is an excellent platform to start with, 100%. I definitely wouldn't be getting one of these if I came straight from mountain bikes and I thought I wanted one of these. I don't think it's a very valid move for a mountain bike. But if you're on a light bee, or you're on a triple X or a Sting or an RFN, any of these small motos, coming onto this is just going to feel super comfortable. Power it comes with perfect, and it just feels like it should handle the power, do you know what I mean? I feel like if you was to jump this, or if you was to throw it at some really rough stuff, I don't think you're having problems on this like you would with a light bee. It's a properly, actually fully built bike that's built for rough use. A little light bee is not built for the stuff that these are built for. These are actually built as an enduro bike, and it does feel like an enduro bike. Yeah, 250 feels similar. Obviously the powers are different delivery completely. You've got all gear changes and everything on that, whereas this is just easy. You just get on, twist the throttle and you're gone. So it says here I was on 15 miles when I first started. I'm now on 24, so I've done 9 miles and I'm at 80%. Which for me, I'm saying is good. If I've got 5 times this range, I'm buzzing with that. 5 times the 9, oh, 100%. You've got 40 miles, best part of. I know I'm keeping up with a mountain bike, but 40 miles will do me. Down to 79 now. Nah, 9 miles still. 40 rough miles. To be honest, I'm struggling to hit 30 odd on my Talaria, so if this is hitting close to 40, then big improvement. Yeah, definitely the best trail bike on the market. Best thing I've rode. I've rode the Stark, I've rode Sur-Rons, Talarias. Well, I've more or less rid them all, to be honest. I ain't rode the Arafen or anything, or E-Rad, but I don't think they're really much different. I know they've got more power than a light bee, but it's still a light bee basically. For trail riding and that, for actual feel, it is still a light bee basically. But yeah, this is as proper as they come. I do think once I start jumping it, I might start seeing a couple of little things that I might want to change. But even just seeing how it handles all this, super comfortable. Literally riding on a cloud here. Serious downhill. Don't need no throttle. Fly in the eye, ow! Oh, proper gone in me that. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, real bad. Still sort of power wheelie in there. It picks the wheel up much better though than Triple X. Triple X at 30, I wouldn't even be able to dream of popping a wheelie. Whereas 25, this is still up at 40. Little kick. Ooh. Nah, it jumps nice. It's absolutely rapid. On the road and that, it's not that overwhelming obviously because you're on a road. You're expecting big power, but off-road in sport mode, this is enough, to be honest. I know obviously a couple of months down the line I'm not going to think that, but straight out the box for a bike that's completely stock. hell. I've changed the throttle sensitivity to 2 instead of 1. I don't know if it's 3 or 5 modes, but if it's 5, then oh my god, I do not know what 5's like. So yeah, I don't actually change the power of the bike, but it just changes like how the throttle comes in. But oh yeah, I don't have to pull up at all. This will power wheelie to 40, which my Triple X, really, if you're getting above 30, you've got to be right at that balance point to keep the wheel up. Like proper 12 o'clock to keep the wheel up. Jesus. Right, this is a hill that I normally wheelie all the way up, but on this bad boy, I'm not quite there yet. I'm just not quite used to its balance point. And obviously it does weigh a lot more, so like the weight distribution feels different and everything. So even when you get up there, it don't feel quite as comfortable as... Oh, that was better. Yeah, it's just higher than my Triple X. Much higher balance point. I'm not even necessarily saying that's a bad thing there. Really test it. Right, I don't know if there's any ground there. Cooking on gas, boy. Well, I mean, first ride, absolutely nuts. Totally buzzing with the upgrade, and it is such an upgrade as well from my little Talaria. I have still got it, but I think it's going to be this boy that's coming out of me from now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Next time, we're going to be taking this on some hard enduro, you know what I'm saying? Testing it out properly. Shifty E-Bikes, signing out.